Hey guys, it's Juan again from Physique Transformation Academy, and today I want to show you guys my upper one workout. So again, I'm currently on an upper lower split. As we see here, I start off with pressing, start off with chest specifically. So I'm going to start off with incline machine press. I like to go fairly heavy for a low amount of reps. I do like using a slight dead stop at the bottom and just contracting the pecs as hard as possible in a nice stable movement. Where all I got to worry about is pushing and contracting hard. From there, I like to move on to a dip. I do the dip, it's going to work some chest, but I also like the fact that it's going to work a lot of tricep. I can't get away with a lot of volume for chest, so if you notice here, I'm still working on that big lockout in the tricep at the top, and just moving some heavy weight. I only got a few reps, but I like my first set heavy. We see the Smith machine shoulder press here, which is one of my favorite movements for chest and shoulders. I'm pushing up hard, and I'm keeping the elbows forward, nice and stable, and nice, slow negative, slight pause at the bottom, where I kill momentum, and I hammer everything up. I touch those safeties so gentle that if there was a baby sleeping next to it, you wouldn't even be able to hear them. So, go right to failure as well here. I'm a big fan of going to failure, especially on presses. I move on to some cable lateral raises. I think they're one of the best movements that you can do for your shoulders. They keep constant tension, and again, nice and slow negative, slight pause at the bottom to kill momentum, then come up. And the biggest thing, I don't mind cheating a little bit to get the weight up when it comes to lateral raises, but it's going to be slight hold at the top, nice and slow negative, like just fighting that negative like you're fighting for your life. I do also like to lean a little bit to get more of a stretch and be able to come up higher. Just the way the cable works and where the cable's coming from, you don't want to create an angle where the resistance is going to be easier at a certain spot. So the only annoying part about unilateral rate exercises that I don't really enjoy is going to be that it takes twice as long, and I'm always on the run. So if you notice, the one side, move on to the other side. Now I like using a cuff for this. Reason being is going to be that with the cuff, it forces you to be able to create tension from the entire arm up, not necessarily from your hand or your forearm. Now I do like putting a fat grip in my hand just to still be able to create a lot of that stability with the forearm, but at the same time, I'm not worried about bringing the weight up with my hand because the job is going to be taken right from the wrist. So if you notice, again, come up hard, slight pause at the top, nice and slow negative. Slight pause at the top, nice and slow negative. And then after this, I practically finish shoulders. I'm going to do rear delts, but I do them a little bit later in the workout, as I would rather hit back first, like the heavy back movements, and then finish off the lateral with rear delts. Up next is going to be a neutral mag grip pull down. I love the mag grips. Big fan of them. So if you notice, the big thing is maybe a slight cheat to get the weight down, but the big thing is going to be the hold at the bottom, keeping the elbows forward, and that nice slow negative as I feel every fiber stretch in the lats and every fiber being taxed. That should be the last rep right there. I go for another one, just not happening. That's how you build muscle, going to absolute failure. Now I've actually reset my form on barbell rows. I was doing dead stock for many years. I'm really trying to work hard on just keeping that constant tension now that I've learned how to do it properly. So at this point, I just went for a free weight barbell row and nice big hold at the top where I contract everything, the lats, the rhomboids, the traps, the mid back, and then come straight down. Now, to finish off back, now that I'm a little bit more fried, it's going to be a chest supported row movement. I like to do underhand as it's going to work the lower lats a lot. And if you notice, as I get that big stretch, you see my lats just stretch hard. I turn on the lats and I roll back hard. And again, it's all about that squeeze at the top and fighting that weight as it comes down. Now, as we move on from this movement, you're going to see I stay on the same machine, but I'm going to work on some rear delt rows now. I think doing rows for rear delts is amazing. The difference is going to be I keep my elbows wide, my grip a little bit wider, and I focus not necessarily on pulling with the lats and the back, but more on pulling with the shoulders. So you got to be able to really turn on the rear delts, pull, and pretend like you're trying to bring the back of your fist to the outside walls. Last movement over here is going to be an overhead cable tricep extension. I love using the prime handles for this one. Just puts your hands in a really comfortable position And again, it's all about that big stretch, nice and slow negative. Slight dead stop at the bottom, big contraction. Slight dead stop at the bottom, big contraction. I superset this with calves, even though I don't show that there, but that's going to be the main movement. So keep on working hard, guys.